of your hard-earned money. What's the difference? What's wrong? It's because you, my friend, never got the memo. And so I'm going to give you the memo. Now, unfortunately, I never had the opportunity to take advantage of Bitcoin back in 2009. Didn't even know that it existed. But let me share with you a story here about someone that did get the opportunity. Here you can see a guy bought 5,000 Bitcoins in 2009 for $27. He bought 5,000 Bitcoins in 2009. Okay, let me show you this gentleman's faith before I go back to that article. Okay, let me show you his faith. The Bible says, that you got to have faith before you can see. This gentleman had faith. I sure like to trade places with him. It says, how much was Bitcoin worth in 2009? Bitcoin was not traded on any exchanges in 2009. Its first record price was in 2010. Technically, Bitcoin was worth zero in 2009, during its very first year of existence. Zero. It was worth zero. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but it must have taken off really quick, Mark. Well, it says, how much was Bitcoin worth in 2010? Bitcoin price never topped $1. How strong is your vision? How strong is your belief? Never topped $1 in 2010. In fact, its highest price for the year was 39 cents. Let's go back and take a look at this story. I want to stretch your belief. I want to stretch your mind. This is by Market Watch. It says a guy named Coach or whatever his name is, all I can tell you is he's filthy rich. He bought 5,000 Bitcoins in 2009. You say, well, Mark, how many coins did he buy them for? Well, Bitcoin was worth zero in 2009. For $27. So let's do the math. Let me go ahead and drop the calculator down. Okay. If I take $27 and I divide that by 5,000 Bitcoins, he purchased a Bitcoin for 1 cent. Oh, don't worry. I paused for a reason. He purchased Bitcoin in 2009 when no one believed of it. No one believed in it. We've heard this story before, right? Bill Gates invited 6 individuals over to his home and offered them the opportunity to partake in interest in Microsoft. I believe it was 4 of them that told him to kick rocks because they didn't have a belief. They operated on fear. They lived their life out of fear. Well, let me ask you a question. How many times did you play the lottery and got it right? See, the reality is that if you don't get out on the field, you can't play the game. You know, I've been actually saving in precious metals since 2004, and I'll never forget in 2011 when the government shut down. They shut their doors because the government wanted to raise the debt ceiling, in which they did. They wanted to print more money out of thin air so they could rob you and I of the wealth of the purchasing power of our dollars. A whole different webinar, okay? And I'll never forget how gold and silver skyrocketed. Silver went all the way up to upwards of $50 per ounce. Gold went all the way up to $1,900 per ounce. And all of those people that I were telling all the way from 2014 to put their money in the silver, because I really wasn't purchasing any gold until I found Karatbank International. because I'm always looking for a business opportunity. See, business owners think 1099 and broke people think JOB. Let me say it again. I'm not knocking jobs. Got one. Okay? Got one. But what I do know is that wealthy people thinks 1099 and broke people thinks jobs. And so in 2011, all of a sudden, because the government shut their doors and people that were vesting their money into the dollar, into the stock market, started taking their money out. They burned their boats and they jumped over into silver and gold. And guess what happened? Silver and gold started going up rapidly, similar to what Bitcoin experienced a couple of months ago. See, the problem is this, is that we as depressed people, I'm talking to the masses, okay, may not be talking personally to you. I'm talking to the masses, those of you that have a 9-to-5 job. I'm going to tell you exactly where you are. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You know why? Because you're on the wrong side of the tax code and you're on the right side of the wealthy matrix. It's just the way it is. You know, during slavery, it was illegal to teach a slave how to read. It still exists today. You don't believe me? Go to Wikipedia and type in Educational Board Philosophy. Let me say it again. If you don't believe that you were set up to be trained as a slave, nothing but a good worker on the plantation of big corporation, don't take Mark Pyre's word for it, because I'm just an individual that's trying to deliver the message. I'm trying to pull the wool from up over your eyes as stated in the Matrix. Go Google Wikipedia, and I want you to look up the General Educational Board Philosophy. You'll have a whole different outlook on what you think you know, okay? And so let's go ahead and read this article really quick. It says a guy named Coach bought 5,000 Bitcoins in 2009 for $27, now worth $886,000. Well, that's not necessarily true, because currently right now, and let me look on my phone because I believe the documentation beats conversation. And so I'm going to tell you the current price of Bitcoin as we speak on this presentation on March the 31st, 2018 at 8:23 Pacific Standard Time. Bitcoin is at $6,943. So let's do the math. 5,000 coins times $6,940, and I'm going to even throw the cent in there, 81 cents. That gentleman that stepped out on faith is sitting on $34,704,050. Let me ask you a question. Do you think he really cares about anyone's opinion? Do you think he really cares whether or not someone thought he was crazy for putting $27 in 2009? We're talking about what? We're talking about 7 years ago? 9 years ago? 10 years ago? It's 2008. So 9 years ago, he made a $27 decision. And today he's sitting on $34 million. See, people lie. They lie to you even when the truth will do. They've been lying to you all your life. Oh, just go to school, get a good education, go to college, get you a good degree. I just read an article, pissed me off. I started to record a video about it. Look, I'm on one. So look, if you got somewhere to go, go ahead. I think Housewives of Atlanta is on. But look, if you get this, you'll get rich. You will get free. See, during slavery, it was illegal to teach a slave how to read. And again, that exists today. So let me tell you a story. So I was watching this, I was reading an article on YouTube, and I actually posted it on my Facebook page, and you guys will probably find it there. And it talked about this gentleman. He's an African-American. No, he's a black man. Okay. And he's an architect. And it talked about how in the architect world, if you're not white, then you're not the face of what an architect should look like. Okay. If you have any morals about yourself and you read that article, it should piss you off no matter what your ethnic background is. It just goes to show you that it doesn't matter how far, okay, you go and how many degrees you have. We live in a dog-eat-dog world, okay, and the wealthy doesn't want you living next to them, okay? That's just the facts. And they don't want me on here teaching you what I'm teaching you. That's why I'm going to stay away from the tax information tonight, because I think a little bit of what I'm already teaching is way too much for them, okay? And so here this gentleman, out of many, decided to take a chance. He says, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. He put $27 into Bitcoin, okay? Listen, I want you to listen to what it says. And look, I'm going somewhere with this. I want you to know where I'm going with it. I'm going to the land of freedom as far as I'm concerned. Here's what it says. It says, Christopher Koch was writing a thesis on encryption in 2009 when he spent about $27 to buy 5,000 Bitcoins. Life went on. I mean, come on, $27. I mean, come on, how many times have you blown $27? Okay. And he forgot about his investment until Bitcoin wild price swings earlier this year resulted in a slew of articles about Bitcoin. And he realized, hey, I put $27 into that. Okay. It says Koch's original $27 investment is now worth about $886,000. This article was in 2013. Okay. This article was in 2013. We're in 2018, okay? It's worth over $30+ million today. He probably cashed out when Bitcoin hit almost $20,000 a coin, okay? I don't know when he cashed out. Even if he rode the boat up and he rode the boat down, he's still selling on a yacht. He ain't sitting in nobody's cubicle, okay? And I can tell you this, in 2013, that $27 held in paper has a purchasing power of about $13 today. So he made a great deal. Deal or no deal? I like that. Okay, anyway. So it says Koch told the Norwegian broadcaster, NRK, whatever that means, that a return of 3,281. Wow, hold on. I got them numbers wrong. Is that 3,281, 3,281? It's a lot of zeros. Why am I having this conversation with you? There is a great company called Karatbank International with a great individual and a great founder by the name of Mr. Harold Seitz. I'm not going to go through the entire information about this company. All I'm going to say to you is this. I believe truly from the bottom of my heart, and the reason that I decided to jump on here tonight, and I'm going to go full screen with this, although the video might drag on the recording, but it doesn't matter because I'm not worried about popularity. I want you guys to get this, okay? My wife and I, we're about to take a 7-day tax-deductible family vacation, and I could not take that vacation without knowing that I got this message out. And so after everything I said, here's what I want you to do. Do not miss what I'm about to tell you, because I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that it'll make you rich. See, we've already positioned ourselves. We are currently already over 500,000. We already own over 500,000 of these tokens. And it actually really didn't cost us a dime. But we'll talk about that later. Okay, anyway. What do you have working for you right now that will give you the opportunity to truly have financial independence? What are you working on? It ain't your 401k, okay? So throw that out with the bathwater and the baby, okay? It's not your 401k, okay? That's the biggest trap. Now, listen to what I'm going to tell you, okay? If you got money in a 401k and all of a sudden, you think that it's doing great, that's fine. Ask some people what happened to their 401ks in 2008, 2009. And even if you're doing great in your 401k, let me let you in on a little secret. Shh. Because he don't want you to remember this. The taxes were deferred. The taxes were deferred. They're not, that income is not tax exempt. What you elected to do was take your tax dollars, put them back into the hands of the wealthy, allow them to use your money, show you some numbers on a computer screen, and then when you get ready to stick your hand in the cookie jar, guess what? For every one cookie you take out, they take out 2 out the jar. What does that mean? That means that they deferred your taxes at a time in your life when you had the ability to work overtime, when you had children, when you had more write-offs than you're ever going to have in the rest of your entire life. They allow you to take your money that you probably could have actually not paid any taxes on, and they allowed you to take it and put it into a tax deferred system. I've got some clients that are putting money in a 401k, and based on the amount of children and the mortgage interest they pay, they owe 0 taxes on the money in the first place. They have already put that money into a tax deferred system. And so they took non-taxable income and put that into a tax system. Oh my God. Don't worry, that'll hit you about 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't do what they tell you to do. Do what they do. Do not do what the wealthy tells you to do. Do what they're doing. And the wealthy do not put their money in a 401k account. You should ask yourself why. Now they do create 401k accounts, but they don't put their money in a 401k account. So why is it that broke people are doing something totally different than wealthy people? You know why? Because they trained us how to think. But you're here now. Okay. I truly believe that what Mr. Harold Seitz, the CEO and founder of Care Bars International, that company right there, whose product is none other than money, which is gold. Okay, you may not have heard this before, but gold is money. In fact, Google it, because everyone likes to do their research on Google. I have met so many highly unpaid, educated researchers that their resource base for researching is Google. Everything on Google is true. Type your name in. See if you agree with that. Okay, I'm just being funny. All right, so look, I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that what Mr. Harold Seitz has put together is going to create multiple million. I mean, what? Look, if you're just focused on trying to make $1 million, you're so done, it's ridiculous. Okay, in California, $1 million might just be a house. Okay, after taxes, it might just only be a house. Okay, you're thinking too small. Remember, this gentleman put $27. He wasn't even thinking about where it was going to go. He didn't know where it was going to go. Some people ask me, well, where do you think this Karatbank coin is going to go? I don't know. But I can tell you about history. If you want to know what the future looks like, then you need to look into the past. If you want to know what the next 30 years look like when it comes to the cost of food, the cost of living, then just look 30 years ago. And you'll find somewhere in the middle, you'll find the truth.